Yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for being on the channel. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos, and stay on. Thank you very much for always watching. Stay blessed and be blessed. Continue watching. Yes, I salute you all. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. So basically today we are under criminal law 1, and the topic that we are going to look at, or the topic that we look that we want to show an insight from, is the topic of the theories of punishments. Theories of punishments can as well as be the purposes of punishment as a result. It can be the purpose, it can be the theories of punishment, it can mean actually why criminal law applies punishments basically. That's the meaning, that why criminal law applies what? Punishment. So basically today, we have like 5 theories. We have the deterrent theory, we have the preventive theory, the rehabilitative theory or reformative, we have the retributive theory, and the educative theory. So these are the theories of punishments under criminal law, basically. The theories of punishments. And in this essence, all what we are looking at, or what we're trying to bring out, is that why does criminal law apply punishment? What is the purpose of criminal law as a result? So that is in this. That is the essence that we ask yourself. That what is the purpose of criminal law? Why does criminal law apply what? Punishments as a result. So we shall start with deterrent theory. Basically, deterrent theory has to. You hear the word to deter. Deterrent theory, basically, the emphasis of why this punishment is being applied, it is to make sure that this person acts as an example to the would-be offenders. Basically, is acting as an example to the would-be what? Offenders in this essence. So that is what deterrent theory means, or this is why criminal law applies punishment. That is the deterrent theory. For example, I can give the case of Uganda versus Cipriano Kasolo. That case that went on media, basically, and others, where this person was arrested for murder, basically. He killed someone in cold blood and he was sentenced to life imprisonment. So what was the emphasis? It is to show that, once to show the would-be offenders that this is the example, that if you kill someone in such a manner, in such a way, this is the punishment. You get, the emphasis of the deterrent theory is to send a message. You get, it is to send a message as a result. It is to send a message and show that this is the reason as to why, or this is the consequence of you making such a crime, basically, under criminal law, basically. For example, for the courts to apply such punishments, that's what they look at, or that's why they portray as a result in this essence. Basically, note that in mind, or bear that in what? In mind. Another theory that we are looking at, it is the preventive theory. And in this essence, what is the preventive theory? Preventive theory, actually, in the layman, it means that they are preventing you. The emphasis of why you are being punished, or the punishment that you are being given, it is to prevent you from repeating the same mistake, or from repeating the same crime. You get? So they punish you accordingly. You get? You are being punished what? Accordingly as a result. So basically, in this essence, that is the preventive what? That is the preventive theory as a result. That is the preventive theory. And in this essence, all what you have to bear in mind, what you have to bear in mind is that once such punishment is being given to you under preventive theory, they're deterring you from committing such a similar punishment. You get? So that is the essence. That is the essence, or that is the view. And for example, still I use the case of, we have the case of Uganda versus Katoka Jogo. That was a good case, or a good locus classicus case in this matter, whereby the emphasis, or why they applied such punishment, whereby this person was imprisoned to life imprisonment, it was to prevent him. You know, sometimes when court takes you for life imprisonment, is that they are preventing you. Don't come back and repeat the same thing. Stay there. That's the message basically. Just stay where you are. Stay there in prison. If it is prison, they arrest you. Basically, they are trying to show that just stay where you are. We no longer want you in the public, basically. So that is to preventive theory. And in this essence, for you, just relate as person that is going to do these exams, while you're answering such a question, relate to cases that fall in the same category. There's no specified cases that fall in a particular theory, no. But just relate, basically. Then another theory that we have the reformative or retributive theory. Reformative or rehabilitative theory. So it is reformative stroke rehabilitative. It is the emphasis of the punishment is to reform, to make you someone, actually to nurture you into a good person, basically. That is the emphasis here, is that they are nurturing you again into a good person, basically. For example, the emphasis of the punishment is to make sure that you are reformed, basically. That you have been a rapist, now go to prison. The punishment is given to you. You come back to the public when you're kind of reformed. This is the essence there. And we have the case of Uganda versus Mawa. Uganda versus Mawa, this was a case where this person had committed defilement to a girl, and the girl had gotten pregnant and what. But he pleaded guilty as a result. Then the victim's family forgave him. But however, the court said that no, the punishment that he would have served, we are just reducing it. Reason being that this person must get reformed. We are not punishing him the exact punishment in the act, but we are giving him something that will help nurture him into a good person. So that is rehabilitative stroke reformative what? Theory. So we also have another theory. We also have the theory of retributive theory. The retributive theory. Under the retributive theory, in this essence, under retributive theory, what we are looking at, or what we are trying to implement, is that the emphasis of the punishment, it is to satisfy the emotions of the victim's family and the victim, him or herself, basically. The emphasis of the punishment is to make sure that they are satisfying the emotions of the victim's family or the victims, basically, themselves, basically. So the emphasis of the punishment under retributive is to satisfy that if at all someone killed someone and is sentenced to life, then obviously you have satisfied. That's why in Uganda they say that once court passes a sentence, abantu batandika that abadde akisana kimugwanidde. So you realize that the punishment now has satisfied the emotions of the public or the victims or the victim's family. We have the case of Uganda versus Kamau. The case of Uganda versus Kamau, this person was sentenced to life for murder, basically, because this person had connived with the girlfriend of the deceased and they wanted to steal away the car. So when they were convicted for murder, basically. For the wife, the girlfriend was a certain period, then this person that murdered was sentenced to life. The wife was, because he was an accomplice to the crime. So basically that is the point of view, or that's the element of view that we are trying to show here in this essence. So that is a good case, Uganda versus Kamau. Then another theory that we are having, it is the educative theory, basically. Educative theory, it is there to teach, basically. As we hear the word educative, its emphasis is to make sure that you are taught, basically. You are nurtured. You are taught into new skills. You are groomed into new skills, basically. That is the emphasis under educative theory. And educative theory, basically, first of all, it is in two ways. They either educate you as a victim, as the accused, or they educate the would-be offenders. For example, the cases that you have seen where people have killed people and have been sentenced to life imprisonment, it has a message for us, basically. It has educated for us that killing someone is an offense that it can make you spend your lifetime in prison. So it is educative to us. Basically, that is one. And also educative to those people. For example, the accused people, they are taken to prison, and they are taken to prison. In the prison, they are made to learn different skills, basically. You get? For example, basically, those are the theories. I think I have stated all the theories. Then, the types of punishment that are granted. We have imprisonment as a type of punishment. We have fine. We have community service. We have community service. We have community service. You have seen imprisonment, fine, and community service. Those are some of the punishments that are granted, basically, and also restrictions that don't move, among others. Those are some of the types of punishments that are granted by court, basically. So bear that in mind, basically. And I think I've knocked on every theory. As a result, I've knocked on it, and that's the essence. But other than that, thank you for listening, and thank you for watching. Stay blessed and be on. Thank you.